So it's the latest round of the battle between Wazoo Zainu and Richard Lewis of Pegalon. A rivalry that has lasted a season or two, and just continues to give us a lot of enjoyment as we battle each other. Wessex League or National Trophy, it doesn't matter, we're always having a battle, and there is a paper-thin difference between us. No matter what each of us do, we're always locked together. So here we are, we're at round 4 of the National Trophy, Sandwell Park in West Bromwich. Miserable journey getting here on a Friday with that storm coming in. Absolutely. Well, if you didn't have to be travelling on that Friday, you wouldn't have come because it was absolutely miserable. But hey, there you go. That's the race on a certain day. You want to get there the day before, you've got to go. Richard Lewis versus Wazoo Zainu. I was gridded 11th, which is great. Highest gridding ever. Didn't help me the last round when I was gridded 13th at Clanfield, where I got taken out. Let's see, a bit dramatic. Taken out, ended up at the back. When I was gridded 13th. Richard Lewis was gridded 13th, so I was hopeful that he'd have a nightmare start. So we'll see as we all line up. I'm behind that unit, that is David Haygarth. Excellent content if you ever watch his videos. And a lot of heavy hitters, Jeb. Nick Craig is next to me, number 10. Don't know why, because he should be on the front row. Alan Gunner, Verulam, I think that's the blue kid. Number 2 is Ian Taylor. And others, I don't know who else is on the front row. Nicholas Whitley, number 4. Number 4. He's a big unit. He's a big unit. Morgan Donnelly. That's just to the right of the screen. So this course, obviously it rained a lot on Friday, so we were wondering what the course was going to be like. Was there going to be, flooded courses? It wasn't. It was bloody wet, but it was the sort of wet that was not sticking too much. But you'll see. We're just ready to go. Behind David Haygarth, I'm hoping just for a good start. I wasn't thinking it was crucial today because it just looked like it was going to be a slog. So off we go. Not a terrible start, not bad. Who was 18? I had a nice chat with 18. Phil Oliver, CXR. Nice to meet you, Phil. We've chatted before, haven't we? Oh, behind number 1, Robert Jeb. Wow, how cool is that? There's number 10, that is Nicholas Craig, who I think did the elite men's as well, I think. And there's David Haygarth putting in some watts, heavy watts. I've had a good start. There is mud on the screen. It's not too bad. They can still see most of the picture. I'll go around David at that point, which was nice. He got caught on the inside. And then this little off camber here, look at the ground, muddy, starting to get nice ruts. It's pretty full gas. 24, that's Matthew Webber. 30, Nicholas Popham over there. And it's slippery, and everyone's going really hard. This is a lovely move by David Haygarth. He's on the right there, look at him. That is quality move. On the inside, he's taken four riders in that one move. I thought, David's going down, maybe we should follow him, but then I got into the sheep territory and just thought I'll play it safe and just follow everyone else. and in CX you can really make gates when you take a good ride yourself. Got stuck at the top. That happened to me a lot. Something I've just wonder about is I don't understand. Sometimes I feel I'm strong enough to get up climbs, but I just end up wheel spinning. And I was running, I think it was about 16 psi on mud tyres, limers. I thought that should get me up there, and it just didn't often. Whereas some could. I can't remember who I was talking to about that, but it was just really frustrating. Anyway, it's still a decent start. That's Nicholas Popham. Number 8 is Nigel Wood. Oh, Nigel Wood. I raced Nigel at Falkirk. David Haygarth had followed to see him just ahead, and I'm just trying to stay in this position. I felt I was hurting, but I felt, this is hard work, but I can kind of hopefully keep this pace. Number 14 just closed some glasses. They're not going to last long. Is that Mark Wood? Mark Wood, Gritty, I think. Nice chap. I finished just ahead of him at Canfield. There's Richard Lewis, my nemesis, number 13, powering through. And he must have had a pretty decent start behind me. I'm going around the inside. This is the muddiest, well, one of the muddiest places on the course. He's picked the bike up, back of that big thick puddle, and proper cross conditions, as they say. Uphill, don't mind me, I'm just going to open a beer. There we go. This was really awful. So you got to the top and then remounted, and what's next to greet you? Not the best remount there, so I lost some bit of time. But a hill, I mean, it's not a terrible hill, but after that run up the hill, it's not what you want really. But there you go. 55. I think that's Crispin Doyle. It is Crispin Doyle. Crispin Doyle, who I understand bumped into my wheel at Canfield. But wow, he's got some power. Look at him. I thought that was Keith Sheridan, who's also max speed, but no, Keith later. Up to the top, round the corner, down this descent, sketchy. I think I was talking to Mark Wood afterwards, and he loved this bit. It was like dancing on ice. I mean, I could not turn much, lean the bike at all. It was so slippery and sketchy, you're just drifting around. And then, one foot out, trying to find a line. I mean, I did not feel like I had too much control, and you really want to be directing the bike, and I'm just kind of hanging on a bit and trying not to do anything stupid. Some of those ruts were so deep and they really bottomed out in places, but I'm just kind of hanging on, not trying to brake too much, but it is difficult. And Richard Lewis is a bit ahead of me, and I think that's number 18. I think that is Phil Oliver. I think we'll see. So look at that. Oh, it's so deep. And you want to just stay in contact and not lose a grip. That's what you want to do. So I was trying to stay with them, but already feel like I'm going into the red a bit, and frustration after frustration. Richard's getting away from me, damn him. So I don't panic, I just keep going and hope that in certain parts of the course I can try and get back at him. But this is one of those courses where you can only go so fast, really. It's kind of really hard to think, I'm just going to go a bit faster. It's so hard to go any faster because it's such a painful slog through the mud. I mean, you're not going that fast. but you know, I'm the type that is Phil Oliver from CXR. Um, what line to take? Go wide and cut back, go through the middle, cut the corner. I tried everything, and yeah, I found go left was a bit better, but you know, it's 6 of one, off dozen the other. As long as you're, um, oh, this, you really want, those rocks are really quite deep. Did not want to get cross-rutted on that. Luckily I didn't. So yeah, following Phil, coming up to the end of the first lap, and despite being down on Richard here, I feel pretty good in that I think I've made a pretty decent start for me, and not, you know, I probably missed a bit of a melee behind me by being in this place. So this is where it's got really wet, thick mud. I'm starting to put some power down a bit to try and reach across a bit and get close to Richard, which really hurt. But I thought it's a good place to do it, you know, get some power. Where'd you go? You know, it's just no telling which is a good line to take. But I tried everything. I started on the left, so I thought I'd go left again. Actually, I think in later laps I discovered that being on the right was better. But I've managed to get over to Richard, a little glance from Richard. Probably knows that I'm there. I can't sure. Poor bloke. I can't remember who that was, but he dropped his chain quite a few times. And he was clearly strong. And yeah, dropped his chain. Really unfortunate. Through here, I thought I felt I could have gone past Richard, but you know, that would have really sent me to the red. And yeah, so I figured I'd just try and stay here. I don't know whether that's good or bad or not, but I don't think it's anything. I think you watch any CX race, elite, you know, they are together, and that's all right. And they might be together for lap after lap after lap. It's okay. It's just, I guess it's just best to be efficient and ride a good race. It's got really sketchy music, and this just got impossible. Yeah, I think I might have made it at that time, but I was Richard's wheel, so there's nowhere to go. So, lap 2. It's the grips. I mean, it was so slippery. Despite the mud tyres, it was just really hard to maintain good pace, good traction, even with mud tyres. I would like to try even lower pressure to see if that would make any difference. But it's kind of a hard thing to test. Oh, look at it, come right up onto Richard's wheel. Could have gone by here, but I would have gone by at like 0.2 of a mile an hour faster than Richard. I thought, what's the point? Yeah, here we go. The battle continues. As I said, 6-3 to me at the moment this season, with at least 6 races to go before the end of the season. So it's still anyone's game. But Rich has got momentum on his side, just like tennis or something. He's won the last 2 races, and I've been close. Although at Canfield I wasn't that close, but that's because I started coming back. And actually, I was pretty pants at New Showground at the Wessex League because I rode really badly. But I'm in good shape. I think when things get more technical, I rode a bit longer there, didn't I? That didn't help me. I tried to ride a bit harder, but then you get the whole, you come to a standstill if you're not ready. I mean, I don't even know why I tried to do that, because I knew it would not be possible to ride up the hill. I mean, that was just madness. I wonder if anyone could ride up the hill in this race. Could Robert Jebb ride up the hill? I bet no one did. Anyway, that gave me a bit of a start, but look, I didn't clip in that well, which was straight past me. and that was painful to watch. And I'm pretty good uphill, but clearly Richard is as well. Very strong. And I thought, God, this is hard. Didn't want. He was putting the beans in, and I was having to do the same just to not lose track sight of him. Oh, that was David Haycock going up there around the corner. If I look at him, he's actually distancing me, which was painful to see. But it's that 1-2 punch of the run up the hill, me trying to ride it, not a good move. Then the run, remount, and then another climb. I mean, it was just, I think it took a little bit out of me, and I started thinking, oh, you can't go that much faster than this. And then you're under a bit of pressure to try and get back, or if she's on a slippery downhill like this, it's not the best idea. So, you know, I'm not doing too badly. I've managed to stay upright. Richard's not too far away. Yeah, where to go? But those ruts, they slowed you down tremendously. They were so sticky. And you kind of needed to slow down because you come to a corner, but it was shockingly slowed you down. I was really surprised by it. Anyway, I've managed to get back to Richard's wheel. I'm quite impressed by that. And then he goes to that rut, and just because I'm kind of following his wheel, I was close to him, and I missed his line by a split second, and then I was down. Not for long, but yeah, I was gutted by that. You know, that's what I've lost, like 6 seconds. 6 seconds on a cross course like this is absolutely punishing. And I'm going to go. I decided to go pit. I thought, why not a pit? So there you go. Off I go. This bike's gonna get a wash. So I will see you soon.
Yeah, no worries.
That was Richard Lewis coming in. Hopefully I'm not too far behind him. Here we go, this bike's ready to go. Come on, so where are you? There, I'm off. I don't know, 15, 20 seconds behind Richard. I guess this is lap 3, finishing the 3rd lap, or maybe finishing the 4th lap. I think it's finishing the 4th lap. Yeah. So Richard's gone. I don't know what's happened, to be honest. I can't really remember. But all I know, it was pretty damn tough. But you know, I didn't let off. I just kept going. You know, I didn't want to get caught by other people, and I wanted to get as close as I could to Richard. But he has gone, and that guy in yellow is in front of me. I wonder who that is. If I get close to him, I'll be able to see his number. And there's people behind me. So I've got to keep pushing, and it was tough old going, really tough. And I was talking to someone about how it's just a constant effort. The only downhill bit was that long downhill. It's not for very long, but every other time. Oh, that is John McGrath, V50s leader and world champion, going by. What a weapon he is. You know, you are just constantly, just to make any forward motion, you are just you're just pushing it. I don't have a power meter, but just to move forward at this speed, you are well over 200 watts. I don't know how many, but well over 200. Just how much energy John's having to put in, and I'm trying to stay with him. It's super tough. So there's no rest basically. How did I feel? Really, that guy again. I think the same guy. His chain came off. Same place as well. Weird. So how did I feel? We did an awful session efforts at Selling Pirates. We were doing a 30-second full gas attack up a hill, followed by a 10-second run, then another 30 seconds. Absolutely hideous. That was on Thursday. Friday, it was that drive, and my son Ben, who's racing under 16s, he's a first year, he didn't want to do the roller session. We had to do it in our rooms because it was raining so hard, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to give that a go. At Clanfield I had a 3-day rest, and I don't think it did me any good, to be honest. So I did a roller session. I kind of learned how to do rollers. Oh, that was tricky. How to use rollers earlier on in the spring. Oh, this is bad. Look at that delay there. Didn't make it up here. I kept trying. It's my thing. I keep doing the same thing over and over again sometimes. Hoping for a different result. So I learned how to do rollers, and I hadn't been on them for like 4 or 5 months. And I thought, well, can I do this? Let's give it a go. In the hotel room. It was funny walking down the Premier Inn corridor. All you could hear was rollers going at, that wine that they have at 6 p.m. on the Friday evening, because everybody wanted to do rollers that wasn't doing outside. Anyway, I was really pleased. I did manage it after the first 5 minutes of, just losing it. I got into it, got to the groove. I did 45 minutes of that, and so I felt pretty good, to be honest, coming into this. Bit of chaos here. I can't see your numbers. So I can't really complain about how I was feeling. That was a bit carnage there. I think all three of them almost went into each other, and I just kept going. I'm not sure if I pit again or whether that is it for me. I think that probably is it for me. Just couldn't be bothered. I can't remember where I was going with this whole train of thought. God, that is annoying, isn't it? I get so easily distracted. I was talking about how I was feeling. So that is, I don't know if I can say more than any other type of CX racing, but any type of bike racing, sorry, whether or not the variability and where you finish and how you feel, there just seems to be so much of it. I can barely walk up here. It's there's so many factors that seem to make really inconsistent results. There's no given that a certain person's going to win. I mean, at the front it is a bit more the same people, but everywhere else there is quite a lot of variability in where people finish, which I love. But at the same time, it is so frustrating when you just don't know how your legs are going to feel when you come to the start line. Take Keith Sheridan. So Keith, I've mentioned him. He's a mag speed racer, Wessex League. He races a lot. He did the World Gravel, and for most races that I've raced with Keith, I felt stronger. But the last two at Wessex and here, it's absolutely blown me away. He's been so strong, and that is the and that it's just hard to explain sometimes. And I guess it's best just to focus. I mean, it's what we say in coaching. You can only manage your performance, not anyone else's. You know, everyone else can do. You can't control what they do. You can only do what you can do. So, you know, I try and focus on that. Everyone else will do what they do, and you do your best. And if you ride an efficient, good race, then you'll finish somewhere, and hopefully it's quite good. But there's no point worrying about what other people do, because you can't control that, can you? So yeah, I'm ploughing along. This is the end of the fourth lap. Well, it's not the end, but you've done that awful climb, survived the descent, and not everyone survived it. I wouldn't really like to crash on that descent, because if you'd be moving at a rate of knots, and it would have been fairly soft, but you could still hurt yourself. And I saw in Dave Haygarth's video that Elsie's daughter crashed on the descent and knocked her sideways, and one of our riders, Jacob Wadlow, he crashed there, and I think they was pretty shook up by that. So yeah, not a nice place to crash on that downhill. But at the same time, you want to go fast. It's that balance between speed and safety. Probably some risk and reward, maybe. I don't know. But you get the picture. So it's head down, and I'm just trying to go. I've been overtaken by a few people just there. And I'm just trying to get to the next person. But it's slow progress. But you know, I'm feeling okay. But I don't know, I just lost touch with Richard. He was on one of the laps. Let's see. On lap 3, he absolutely distanced me. He put 17 seconds into me, which is no wonder I can't see him. That is a long way. Lap 4. He was 10 seconds faster, so 27 seconds, that is a distance. So obviously I didn't know that. I was just plugging away as I could. Did I feel like I was dying in the last few laps? I didn't. And you know, my last 2 laps were fast. Well, laps 5 and 6 were faster than laps 3 and 4 by some way. So yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it. Really can't. I think that when I tried to ride up that awful hill, as far as I can go, that really sent me into the red. Then I tried to run to stay ahead of Richard, jump on my bike, and then climb the hill. That was pretty painful. And once you're into the red, you know, you can lose a lot of time. So yeah, maybe that is it. I don't know. I'm just happy that I was able to go faster the last 2 laps. So this is lap 5. I've moved over to the right. I think previously I saw someone, or maybe I was cycling next to them, and they seemed to do better down here. So I went down there, and it was definitely better. Was able to get more speed here than taking the high line. Can't see Richard, but this is lap 5, and I'm determined to get as much speed as I can, and make some progress. Who's that? I can't. Normally I can I can look at the number and look them up. I can't because everyone's covered in mud. I did actually remember towards the end of the race to wipe the screen, but not very often, to be honest. I was just trying to hang on. The other thing about this, and I guess it's the spray, is the handle, your hoods. They even when you got a fresh bike, it didn't take long for it to be absolutely covered in mud, and it just makes it so slippery. I think at this time I was just running. I'd realised that it was no point, just run. and that was much faster. I wonder if anyone was making it up. I'm sure they were, but I certainly wasn't making it up there. Tiptoe around here. I'd love to have been able to go around that corner really fast. It just wasn't happening. That guy in yellow was a good marker for me. I just tried to not let him disappear. Straight line through there. There seems to be more grip there, and look, I've caught up a little bit on that guy in front. And yeah, it's one of those things. Is one part of the course better than the other? You just don't know really, unless you ride it all. I think I just started trying to take more off the racing line. Didn't think there was anything better. Might be, I don't know. Round here, and I'm probably thinking, oh god, got that climb to come. And the last time I did it, it was pretty hideous. So I'm wondering whether it's going to be the same or whether it'll be better. But I'm just plugging away, head down, and just trying to keep moving. I didn't look back at all. No point in having distraction. I'm not going to go any faster with someone behind me at all. You know, it is a battle of attrition. Interesting, when's the best time to get off the bike here? Was it around here in that soft mud, or a bit after or before? I guess you want to get off your bike and keep moving, so I guess if you could, the best thing to do would have been to ride as fast as you can to the bottom, go up it a little bit, and I've overtaken someone. Did I overtake that guy in the climb? Or I don't know, that was someone else. The guy in yellow's still there. Oh, that mud is really annoying, isn't it? Hopefully it doesn't get any worse than this. I can still see a good chunk of the course. Yeah, so that in the ideal position is you've got enough oomph to be able to ride fast into the base, get some momentum, jump off, and trot up the hill. Doing that in reality is so difficult, but yeah, I think I tried different approaches, different times. I think when I got off lower down the hill, I don't think it was quite as fast. I've tried pushing, I've tried carrying as well. Again, I don't really know which one was faster. Anyway, got down the hill. That guy in yellow, he looks like he's really far away, but I don't think he is too far away. Rubbed that tape, and I kind of hugged this bit, went across. I kind of did that most laps, to be honest. And just tried to keep the speed without losing it, which was quite difficult. Sometimes you do better than others. That was quite nice to go the green bit. That was the grass. That's what it's called. And then it's this bit that just slows you right down and around here. So yeah, the guy not massively far ahead. I wonder who that is. Yeah, don't know. And I don't think I'm going to know because he's moving away from me. So this is lap 5. And there is only 1 lap to go. Yeah, there are many times when I almost, as Richard puts it, almost had another lie down, but I didn't, just the once. So I think I was going to talk about this before, but I got distracted. As I said, this is a Richard Lewis Ozunzegu battle. 6-3 to me, as of today, looking like 6-4 currently. and I think because Richard has, I think he's spent, a lot of his life, that sounds a bit grand, but he's raced since he was a kid. So I think you really learn stuff about racing, and a lot of people I have a chat to, they have been racing all their life, and racing, you develop a lot of just race experience, know what to do, bike handling. So, which is far better bike handling than me. I try and compensate with power when I can, although that doesn't seem to be working today. And just get better at handling the bike. But I think in these sorts of races where technique, decision making make quite a lot of difference is when I struggle against him, which is great, really, because what a great challenge to try and beat someone who is very similar to you but has more skills. So I love it. I love the battle. It's not going in my favour at the moment, but nothing worthwhile is easy. You always want a challenge. So I went to my last lap, and I felt getting here. That last lap was good for me. It was an 8:10, and Richard's an 8:27. So I don't know what happened. Richard, what happened? And out of the corner of my eye, I see him. I think, oh, hello. He's not a million miles away, or I think he's still. There he is. He's still a good distance away, but it did give me a little bit of a, oh my god, come on, give it some, and see if you get closer. So I put some more effort in, and it's quite frustrating. So I was 17 seconds faster. I mean, Richard said he was really tiring the last few laps, and that is the fun of racing, isn't it? Do you go hard at the beginning, middle? Do you go consistent pace? What would you do? You make your choice, and you never know whether it's a good decision or not. It's got really slippery. It's starting to get a lot more slippery, and I'm sure in the under 16 and 14 races later in the day, that must have got a bit treacherous. Tough. There's Richard going away. Tape's broken there, and hopefully I'm running up here, because I'm sure I am, because that worked last time. And then jump on the bike and down you get. So there's Richard. I know he could see me. Hopefully I made him a little bit nervous, but he's probably still feeling pretty confident that he's got me. So I just keep charging, trying to put everything I got on the line. I am thinking about that climb, thinking, I wonder how I'm going to be on that climb. So yeah, half a lap to go or so. And I was just thinking, oh my god, I've survived another race. Oh look, I wiped the screen. Amazing. I'm not sure what possessed me to do that, but better late than never. It's just a slog. Just a slog through there, isn't it? Goodness me, it was hard work. I wonder, so Dave Haygarth had a good race. He finished 13th. Excellent. Obviously he's strong. I wonder if it helps to be heavier, maybe being heavier in these conditions, well, heavier, also more muscle. Does that mean your bike gets better grip because you're weighing it down more? I don't know. David, you probably know the answer to this. But yeah, I just wondered, is it actually disadvantaged to be a lighter rider. I don't know, but it'd be nice to know whether it is. But David had a great race. I'm sure he was pleased with it. Let's look at his lap times. Slowed down in the last 2 laps, but was flying in the first 3, especially. Wasn't massively ahead of me. Yeah. So I've got run up there. I pushed my bike. I could barely lift it. I pushed it that time, and then here I really did try to get closer to Richard. It was actually it was really hard to get good grip here, and I felt every time I tried to put a lot of power on, I was getting wheel spin, which is so frustrating. Yeah, really frustrating. But I did work hard up there, but it just wasn't fast enough to really gain time. And I'm sure Richard was. I know he was. He was going hard there, just trying to stay ahead of me. And now, past the halfway point, I'm running out of time. I'm trying to go as fast as I can. Yeah, descending. There is another part of me just going, oh, thank God. Thank God the race is nearly over. Whoa, those ruts, you've got to be so careful. And I know the next day the ruts got they dried out a bit, so there's even less give in them. Yeah, tricky conditions for the following day. And yeah, I can't really see Richard there. I know he's not that far ahead, but I'm just not gaining really. Was I faster in that lap? I was faster than him, but only by 3 seconds. So in the last 2 laps, I gained 20 seconds on him. Another bike clean. What I'd have liked would be one more lap. Hard as it for me to say. Whoa, nearly lost it there. But that would have been good for me, because hopefully we should have been on his knees by then, and I could creep up on him. So yeah, I am chasing him. You can guess what happened. I'm not going to catch him, unfortunately. But it's still a good showing. Still a good show. I'm still, I'm really happy with what I was able to do. Which is all you can control. I didn't crash loads. I didn't have a massive power drop. My head didn't drop. I just kept going, and so yeah, I was really pleased. Really enjoyed the fact it was a muddy course. I think the organisers of this, I think I saw a post from Giles Drake saying, well done to the organisers. Well, down you go to the organisers. Trying to put this race on is so difficult to put races together. That was annoying. That Richard just went down there, and then I was kind of just 1 foot pushing there, so I lost about 4 seconds. Definitely things could have been improved. I mean, the toilets weren't the best. For anyone heard that, some people kept saying there's no loo roll in that one, which is not the great. People need the toilet, but it's great that they put on a national trophy. It's really hard to put on such a race like this. So thanks all. It was really good fun. Silent Pirates had a great time here, and it was certainly an eventful race. I think we were in different races, the guy just passed, but it's always nice to overtake someone, isn't it? And there's a checkered flag. Didn't get lapped, awesome. Even though I know Robert Jebb was smashing it around there. Just to give you a bit of a context here, my fastest lap was 7:29, and Robert Jebb's fastest was 6:34, almost a minute faster. So I'll stop there and leave it.
Yeah, it changed a lot from this morning, hasn't it? Yeah.
That's Keith Sheridan. There's Richard.
You're lucky you just had a sneaky.
Yeah.
I heard you come off the other one.
Yeah, you went there, but I just
Oh,
missed it.
where did I finish? I finished
Yeah, when you went really off.
19th in my category, and Richard was 18th. Awesome. There's a rivalry to span the ages.
Oh, did you?
By the time you're in, you're going so slow, aren't you?
So
You're
slow.
at the back or the front.
Yeah. I mean, it probably wouldn't make much difference.
It's just fucking good.
Yeah,
You get out there and you're like, cook.
Oh my god, that was good. Well done. Yeah. Sorry, what? Well done. Yeah. Did you crash over the back? Was that? No, that was Justin. Oh. Yeah, he crashed at the barriers. Absolutely flying. Oh. You too. Oh. Well, Martin.
Well, I didn't get laps, that's a win.
Tough, wasn't it? Beautiful. Off the start,
It's like a big pilot.
was there?
I went straight in the back of it. Well, I got around and jumps, but
Yeah.
it cost me like,
Well, I mean,
cost me a second.
that was just punishing, wasn't it?
Got me. I was happy not to get laps anyway.
Yeah.
Got me again. How'd you get on?
Yeah, I had a good race with Richard.
Yeah.
He gapped me by quite some way.
Kept dropping the chain.
Oh, right. Oh, jeez, yeah.
I didn't get laps, that's a win.
Couldn't get it back on, it's like a narrow white chain.
Say again?
Why is it always want to go on the wrong frickin' one?
Yeah. That was tough, wasn't it?
I nearly got lapped by Rob, but he didn't quite get it.
Yeah, we were like tail gunners when we had that lap.
Really?
Nice off your lap.
I thought he was going to get me because it seemed like the bell was going when I was just round here. I was thinking, that's me, laps.
And then I didn't slide down that descent. Really quite tricky. You liked
I was wrecking time up on people.
Yeah, I was
You
scared.
hit the
Easy to
road.
go in the red.
Scared for my life.
Sorry?
Oh,
You need to do some mountain biking.
yeah.
This becomes tame then.
Yeah, well done, Mark.
Say again?
Yeah, you too.
Well, you just got to be
Put a
efficient.
shout out on YouTube. That's it.
Yeah,
I loved it. She was like, I was like a seamless.
Give me a push at the end. Yeah.
Alright, that's good.
Yeah, too. See you next one.
Too much of a problem to you, Alex. Did you have a problem skipping gears?
No, not really. Changing a little bit.
James, he said, oh, go on the right, so I said, and left it, there's loads more mud and you just keep getting the
Yeah.
It was difficult to pick the right line when it appeared.
Did you pit? No, did you pit? Oh, is it? Oh, I pitted a couple of times. Really? Yeah. It was tough. Just nice to have a clean bike for a little
I
bit.
know my bike works, I could do it.
Well done.
Yeah, well done, guys.
You too. Well done.
You good. Champs next week. I'm in Milton Keynes, but you're
I'm skipping regional. We're. I think I'm south, so I'd be Swindon.
Norden,
Yeah, I don't really like that course. Huh? Is it?
A-racing it, yeah.
Okay.
Doing the nationals?
Yeah.
Well, you do get it. Yeah. Because otherwise you'll get, you'll lose a lot of points. There's a load more races up there.
Oh, okay.
Do it, mate.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll think about it. Yeah.
Yeah, what play?
You've got till Tuesday.
Yeah.
Come on, you know you want to.
Or was that when it cuts off Tuesday?
I think it's the same thing. Yeah, the week after, isn't it?
Yeah, you're the man.
Yeah, good luck with that.
Yeah.
I don't know what it's going to be like because it's a race. It's a race course. It's in the middle of a race course. So it doesn't look like there's any banks. It's totally flat. There might be some bridges.
It'll be good. It'll be a good
As soon as
experience.
they've got mud, sand.
Yeah.
Got a bit nice pizza.
Yeah.
Are they wearing national colours in that, or is it just
Funny actually, they were trying to flog you a national colour skin suit with your name on it.
Yeah.
But that's costing a penny.
Mate, it's only money, can't take it with you.
Yeah. Oh.
I've just had my bonus, so easy come, easy go.
Yeah. I'm going to go and get my bike wash.
Yeah, I've got to lend these wheels to Jacob.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well played anyway.
Yeah. Well done, Martin.
Good luck next week if you.
You told me we've been racing.
Yeah, I know, yeah. Good luck for that.
Yeah. Alright.
Yeah. And pretty much stayed solemn. Yeah. Until all the way round. There was almost everyone was great poker players. No one had showed any emotion as they came past the pits in any direction.
Thanks for the fitting, that was
That's
great.
right, that's right.
Yeah. I'm going to go up and jet wash. Is it still on and everything?
Yeah, it's all up there.
Yeah.
Your pit bike's here.
Oh,
clean.
thanks, mate. Oh, it's brilliant.
So
Yeah. Do you want to ride up? Yeah, I'll ride up. Yeah. Well, that was filthy.
Well done, boys.
That was tough.
That looked like it was just a grind.
It was hard. Yeah, it was good fun though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, thanks for crashing in front of us. That was great.
Oh, that little one. Yeah.
That was not almost again on the last lap.
Yeah, all over the place. It's really slippery.